Hey everyone, this is Kay, host of the podcast Coffee and Divorce Chat. I'm also the founder of a nonprofit here in South Carolina called the Divorce Connection. I've combined both in this episode to bring information to you to help you prepare for a divorce. And I've created this video so I can share my screen with you and show you resources on our website, the Divorce Connection, that can support you through this process. Now, there's a lot of information out there, and you're probably thinking, where do you even get started? Well, here at the Divorce Connection, we've tried to provide a one-stop shop for you. And this is our preparing for divorce checklist that lists our top 5 things that we think that you kind of need to have on your list when you're getting ready and preparing for divorce. 1, you want to get organized. 2, prepare your finances and create a budget. 3, create a parenting plan if you have kids, or maybe look at mediation services if you don't. 4, seek legal advice. And then 5, don't forget about yourself in the process. So let's walk through each of these steps. Our first one is get organized. On the Divorce Connection website, we have a tab called Resources. And when you select Documents, it will land you on this page where we have a Getting Started checklist. You can use this checklist provided by the Fidelity Group to help gather and prepare for the divorce process. And when you select this link, it's going to open up this tab. This is a checklist that I found later on in my process. So once again, we've tried to put everything in one area so you don't have to go out there and look for this information, unlike what I had to do 3 years ago. This checklist has some really neat categories to help you get organized. Everything from family details to maybe property that you may owe or own, tax information, as well as credit cards, just the documents, list of things that will help you get ready. And then the other thing we mentioned was preparing your finances. Well, this is going to look different for everybody, but you definitely want to make sure you create a budget. So when you scroll down to the second page, on this list, they have a category that says what you spend, everything from utilities to maybe childcare, professional service fees, maybe a car payment, but things that will help you create that budget. You definitely want to create a budget of what it's going to perhaps be or look like going through the divorce process. And the really neat thing about this checklist is that it's a PDF that you can print out and you can make your own notes and add your own details if something is missing. So our third tip is to create a parenting plan for those who have kids. Now, a parenting plan does exactly what it says. It helps a parent plan, maybe for holidays, what to do when school is out, or, what does the pickup and drop off schedule look like? So here we'd like to highlight Denise Banks Wilson, who is CEO of Family Journey Mediation. And you can schedule a free 15-minute consultation with her and either discuss a parenting plan or other mediation services that she offers. So let me show you how you can do that on the DC website. So underneath resources, you'd select mediation, which will take you to this page. If you click here, it's going to direct you to her website where you can schedule that appointment. You can also click here and listen to an episode on the Coffee and Divorce Chat podcast page where she shared information about what to include in a parenting plan. Trust me, it's a really good episode. Now, some other resources that we offer here at DC, if you're just interested in mediation, is through the Midlands Mediation Center located here in Columbia, South Carolina. And so one of the neat things that we like about the Midlands Mediation Center is that they provide services on a sliding scale. So they really do try to meet people where they are. One of the things that they do is to help you resolve conflict, improve some relationships, and they'll sit down with you and the other party to do so. They have a team of mediators ready to help you out. All you need to do is click their logo here to be directed to their website. Now, the fourth tip is to seek legal advice. Now, we know that in the state of South Carolina, you can file some of this paperwork on your own without going to a lawyer. We'll talk about that in a minute. But for now, we highly encourage you to seek legal advice from a lawyer that specializes in family law. Now, we know that can be expensive, so let me share a resource that we have on the DC website. Underneath resources, select legal services, and it'll direct you to the South Carolina Legal Service Agency. They provide free legal assistance in a wide variety of civil matters like divorce. You can get access to court-approved forms and connect with staff to help you through the divorce process or get connected with an attorney in your area. Now, if you are curious about the process and paperwork that you can file on your own, select Documents here, and it will open up this tab and lead you to the South Carolina Divorce Packet. So do you remember when I was talking about getting organized and getting documents together? This is why I created Divorce Connection, to provide this one-stop shop location for information like this, because I think it's helpful to understand what the process includes, everything from filing the summons to the final order of divorce. So when you select this link, it opens up this tab. And as you can see, there's a lot of steps of the process, from filing in family court to requesting the hearing, responding to the filing, all the way to the final order of divorce. So this is why we highly encourage you to seek legal advice from a lawyer that specializes in family law. Now, this leads us to our next tip, and that is self-care. As you can see, there's so many different things that you have to get ready to prepare for divorce. And we understand that that can be challenging and frustrating. And I definitely know what that process is like, having gone through that 3 years ago. That's why for our last tip, I wanted to share that taking care of yourself going through this process, especially if you have kids, will make you a better person for you and for them, emotionally, mentally, and physically. There are so many different things that you can do to take care of yourself. And a lot of these things can be free. Enjoy a walk outside, just take a few minutes just breathe, get everything together. Self-care is so important, and that's why it's one of our tips in preparing for divorce, because sometimes we forget about taking care of ourselves. And think about who's on your team. You know, it's great to have a lawyer and it's great to have maybe a financial advisor, but do you have a trusted friend or a confidant? You know, take a listen to some of our podcast episodes where I talk about self-care. I've had guests on my episodes that have gone through this process and they share their tips and their guidance. It's really helpful to hear from others, especially about finding your own network. And here at DC, we want to help you through that. So one of the things that I'd like to encourage you to do is to subscribe to our newsletter. So go to our website here, subscribe to our newsletter. Now, don't worry, we're not going to sell your information to a third party, but what we will do is make sure that you get connected to events and programs and professional resources that will help you navigate this process. I hope this information was helpful for you. Check us out. We hope to see you soon at one of our upcoming virtual events. And share with us what you need. Maybe we're not providing a resource that you see on our website, because once again, we're here to help you connect, support, and network. Take care, everybody.